So I finally got to watching that He Gets Us commercial. And, a lot of people have asked me my opinion, and I don't really watch a lot of television. But it's probably one of the most polarizing commercials that pissed both sides off, the far left and the far right. And honestly, I watch it and I don't understand, but I do. I mean, I don't agree, but I understand why people are so divisive. You've got this far side that can't stand anything religious. And they're saying, well, look where they're putting the money and stuff like that. It's going to all these um, anti-abortion clinics, all these things, the Hobby Lobby guy, that stuff. Then you have this other far side, which I know more of because I do live in the Bible Belt. But they're like, oh, that's not Jesus wouldn't have washed the feet of these people. He only washed the feet of his disciples, and and they're missing the whole point. It's actually a beautiful message. Jesus didn't teach hate. He didn't. Dogma taught hate. Jesus taught love. And that commercial, all it's saying is quit being so divisive, quit hating. Jesus wasn't about hate. And he wasn't. Yeah, you might find in there, oh, well, it shows where he washed his disciples' feet. It doesn't say he didn't wash any other feet. It just shows that he washed his disciples' feet. He also washed Judas' feet. He knew Judas was going to betray him, but he still washed his feet, knowing that. He didn't show him any hate. He didn't say, no, you're not clean enough. I'm not going to wash your feet. You're not good enough. He still showed him love. And that's the point of the whole commercial. Love your neighbors. You don't have to agree with them. You're not accepting their behavior as if you agree and you're promoting their behavior. You're accepting that they are all children of God and you love them still. That's what we should be teaching each other. Is that regardless of our differences, regardless if you hate what they've done, remember how many Christians say, hate the sin, not the sinner. Well, that's a good example of it. You're still loving the sinner because we're all sinners. You can't help but to sin. It's in our nature. That's what keeps getting preached all the time. It's in our nature to sin. That's why we've got to always ask for forgiveness and repent and whatever, but it's still in our nature to sin. We're going to sin. So why hate somebody because they sin differently than you? That's not accepting their sin. And that's why the religious don't like the commercial, is because they're projecting their religion, their personal beliefs onto the message instead of just reading the message of what it's saying. Jesus did not teach to hate. And though you can arguably say he didn't wash the feet of anybody but the disciples, based on the fact that it only talks about him washing the feet of the disciples. I mean, I'm sure Jesus had to go piss. Bible doesn't say it, so does that mean he didn't piss? See how stupid that is? So let's stick with what we know. We know Jesus taught love. I say it all the time. The first commandment, the most important commandment that he said, was to love. And if you can't understand what love is, dig a little deeper. 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. It tells you what love is. But you don't have to be biblical. You don't have to be anything to understand the message that they were trying to say. Any idiot could read that message and see what was being said. Stop hating. Why is that such a bad message? Oh, because it's promoting something that Jesus didn't do. And no, it's not. You are. You're saying Jesus didn't do this, but the Bible didn't say Jesus didn't do this. You're assuming he didn't. He loved everybody. Did he not show love to the woman at the well? Did he not show love to the woman that was accused of adultery? He showed love to the Philistine. He showed love to the Roman soldier. Roman soldiers were notorious for being bullies, being hateful, for hurting his people. And yet he still showed them love. Wouldn't you think healing them would be a lot bigger of a thing than washing their feet? But oh no, Jesus didn't wash their feet, but he healed them. Stop being divisive. Just love. Just show love. Quit finding what you don't agree with. Find what you do. If you don't agree with the message of love, how do you call yourself a Christian? How do you call yourself a believer if that's what Jesus said is the number one commandment? You can't. You can convince yourself all day long, and you might be right. You might be. But how's that helping anybody? How's that affecting the message? The only people that see that in the message are the ones that are very far religious. Love. It's as simple as that. Just love your neighbor. Love yourself, love God, and love your enemies. The Bible does say that. Jesus said that. So when you're going and saying that is wrong, you shouldn't wash the feet of a homosexual, what you're saying is Jesus said not to love your enemies? No, he said to love your enemies. It's not a complicated message. Quit making it so complicated. Stop spreading dogma and just spread love. Everything else will fall into place. Love is the answer. So stay in peace. Stay in love. Hey guys, I want to personally thank everyone for liking and sharing my videos. If you want to continue to see my content, all you got to do is press that subscribe button and I'll notify you as soon as a new video comes out. I don't get paid for any of this. So if you want to buy some of my merch, like my shirts, like Jesus is a Badass or my Don't Be a Dick shirt, you can easily go to my merch store, which is at sogtv.org, which I will have it in the description at every video. So push that. Go buy yourself a shirt. I appreciate it. Have a blessed day, and I will see you at the next episode. Thank you.